instead of To Be Hero X, it should be To Be Hero Next, as in get the show all the way out of here.
We have you on camera saying last time, I'm never coming back to this show, never again, never again. What happened? Next episode, you said, I love this show, the show is amazing. Now you're going back in it again.
Context is important?
No, it's not. What episode is this?
Well,
12. 12, fool, 12. My name is Dan. Y'all see me on TikTok. I battle some of you guys in the comments. Name to a face.
I'm chilling, man. It's your boy Lee today. I don't got no rhymes or do-I, shmoo-I. That's why y'all call me the goo-I. None of that was English.
Just go back to Leak the Freak.
If you want us to shut up and just hurry up and get on with the episode, go ahead and hit the subscribe button.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notifications. And I want to introduce Watch Parties soon coming on the Discord. Link down below.
Watch parties?
What? Not me.
Get out of town.
Not me. Alright, starting out with the ratings. What do you rate this episode?
I think I'm going with my lowest one ever. That's the energy I'm coming with. I'm straight negativity today. Negativity highlighter. Fear mongerer. I'm all the bad of To Be Hero X.
What's your number? Just tell me your number.
I'm going with 3.5.
That's insane. Never have I seen an episode that low.
We're doing breaking records today.
A 3.5 is insane.
Episode was 3.5.
Why did you say 3.5? Before I say mine.
The saving grace for this episode, all 3.5 points came from that fight scene. That's it.
What?
I really enjoyed the fight scene, the animation, the choreography of the fight scene. Like, all of the, we slicing up bricks. Hing, shing. She got sword powers slash dark elemental powers, cutting shit up.
Yeah, I know she was going with that, honestly.
Queen got Gilgamesh powers from Face Day Night.
Truly.
Shooting out all type of arrows and all type of vibes. I like seeing the power system a little bit. Could I have wanted more? To like hear how a final move be yelled out on some Dragon Ball Z vibes? Yeah, you know, that's the inner child in me. But the grown man let me know this episode wasn't it, G.
This episode's probably a 5. I was a little hesitant at first. Not too far from you. I completely understand what you're saying and why you're saying it.
Probably a 5.
It's probably a 5. Close enough to a 5.
Now, how did you get to 5? Because obviously, you ain't passing that class if you got a 50%.
This episode didn't pass, but it added more context to why everybody is how they are.
Elaborate, because I feel like it's done the same things as every other episode. We knew Bowa was a hater.
But Bo's not a hater.
Yes, she is.
This episode was a 5 because there's not a lot of new information, but the plot still progressed.
To the trash? Where'd the plot go?
It added on to why the media is such an important role in this whole world, in this whole series.
Yeah, go ahead and scrap that one. I'm tired of the media.
The media, the corporations, they all under the same thumb.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, media is also the deciding factor of we going positive, we going negative. They even have Lucky Cyan being quoted under mixed review of 2 extremes.
Yeah.
That's what the episode said, 2 extremes. She in the middle of 2 extremes. How did that affect your luck factor?
Truthfully, this episode was a tough watch, but we're here to review it. You're here to watch. Comment down below, what would you rate this episode? Let us know.
Listen, I'm gonna be in them comments going crazy. I wish I would see anything above a 5. You will hear about yourself, liar.
Like that dude. Shout out to that dude.
Shout out to that dude. That dude. The first H stands for highlight.
And use a hoe. So starting out with the highlights, tell me what's your top highlight for this episode.
We got Queen and Bowa. Their rivalry has now gotten to drastic measures. We get backstory on Bowa. And we see that she was a merc. She fought her way to the top. She wants to be the strongest. She was fighting men. her story is very similar to Queen's, where Queen may not have had she's a grittier version of Queen to me, honestly. Where Queen had the school upbringing and being smart. She was the brawn version of that. She even took a bullet.
You know what it really is? It's just women living in the world. That's all it really is. What does that highlight tell you about the characters? Like, that's a highlight, but what does it tell you about the story?
You know, you're gonna lead me into a dark place, because guess what?
What?
Don't tell me nothing about the story.
Oh, now, if you guys believe him, we caught you another genjutsu. The real significance between that is that both people come from the same place, striving for the same goal, and the media and corporations put them against each other.
Bowa's jealousy towards Queen honestly makes no sense.
It doesn't.
Because she was never Hero X, and you're saying that you're mad because she got this position because her father was head in the company.
He was just had connections,
and he boosted her up with that connection. But she never really accomplished anything. You were mad that you got knocked out of your top 10 spot because of this girl and because of Lucky Cyan potentially giving her luck because you heard this off the media?
So that's why I'm saying that the highlight is that even though these people came from similar places, that the corporations and the media put them against each other.
I'm saying Bowa's just a hater.
That's your highlight. So your highlight is Bowa's a hater.
Bowa's a fucking hater. My second highlight, Superhero X is following their clear motive.
Clear motive.
Guess what?
What?
Lil Johnny is seeming to be next up on the roster to get a few episodes in and get his backstory. And like I said, obviously, I like Queen. She's providing entertainment, providing backstory. But I want to see what's up with Lil Johnny and why he called the little thing in his hand Big Johnny. Why he act like that's his son? The bro was like 17 with a kid. That's a panda. But that's all I have for highlights this week. Cause you know,
you called it a 3.
I ain't wanna low like this motherfucker for y'all. But you know, I'm gonna pass over to my man, Mr. 5. They ain't ready for those. I don't think y'all ready for the low lights again.
All right, so I got 3 highlights for you.
Okay.
I'm gonna start off with piggybacking on what you just said, which is them being from a similar background. That the media influenced their whole showdown, because Bowa didn't really start hating Queen for whatever weird reason she did until she was reading the comments. She was in the gym on her phone reading the comments. The comments were saying that Queen did this with Cyan to try and make her lose, that Queen dad was this person, that Queen really did this to Bowa, and Bowa was reading, it's like, I knew something was wrong. But she's feeding into the media. It's like Reddit.
She's wrong.
She is. And she's reading into the media. So a hero who was once Hero X was consumed with fear and began to become a villain. Fake villain, because there's no villains in this whole show.
They just turn your eyes black,
your pupils red,
and now you strong.
Yeah, you wilding out all of a sudden.
If you really want to be honest, at this point, how much further are we going to take this? Blame the media thing like they do
to the grave.
They play a part, but if you remember, she's festering in this negative energy to the point where it's manifesting around her and entering her body.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that with the Lucky Cyan episode was homie's corruption, but clearly that's just like all of the negativity that surrounds the people that
manifesting into physical.
Yeah, and it goes into them. So that had nothing to do with him at all. So now I guess that's a little bit more clear. Aren't you tired of like this whole, it's the media versus, it's just the person and their negativity, and the media is just giving them things to highlight and push these ideals onto them to get them to that space.
So you're saying the media is the fuel for the characters?
Essentially, yes. It's a catalyst.
That can make sense because realistically, all the characters, all the heroes, so to say, are just regular people. There's no real qualifications to become a hero. People just become heroes, like, not on their own volition. It's kind of like thrusted upon them. Second highlight is, I noticed that they started exploring fear more. First, I don't know if it's fear or hatred, but I'm gonna get to that later. We can talk about that later.
Yeah, it's clearly one.
It's crazy. So they explain fear more, and it's a really thin line between your trust and your fear.
It's 100% hatred. Everybody we've seen that has became evil had anger within their hearts towards somebody, something, and they gained power.
Yeah.
It's just that easy. Which brings me back to when God and Lightner got his hatred off.
Yeah.
Somebody approached him and then said, hey, we could make you this, that, and third. And then he came back stronger from the hatred. So it's like, where was that leading? It's like, oh, can we inject hatred into people?
Yeah,
what are we doing here?
You just broke my brain with that. That's a very good question. Let us know what you think down below in the comments about that. That's a very good question. With that big fight scene, my third and final highlight, I want to know, you want to know, we want to know, how did Queen win that fight? Queen was getting her ass whipped.
Plot armor, baby.
Honestly, might be plot armor. If she already knew her whole power setup, how did she all of a sudden not win?
When I say dog walk,
that's kind of the reason why this episode got a 5, because that was the best scene of the whole episode. I want to jump straight into the hot takes now. With this hot take, which I just made up first with the dome top, would you say that this show is looking to be like Super Cube?
I don't know, what do you mean by that?
Super Cube was extremely hyped up, and then it's slowly starting to fizzle away.
Yeah. See, my thing about Super Cube is, I feel like people were overly critical on it.
Really?
The criticism on Super Cube was the animation at the beginning of the show didn't carry out through the rest of the show until episode 7. And what they made is, they tried to use like screen grabs and show like the differences. Like the animation was garbage when the animation was obviously, might have been like a slight step down, but the animation was never bad within Super Cube. And Super Cube is good and has great choreography. I feel like it did get a little bit of extra hate. People watch goddamn
7 Deadly Sins, T-Bait. I just keep going. One Piece.
Alright, so clearly
Clearly.
this hot take section is brought to you by Dan the Man with his bullshit.
Clearly.
But
hot take, rather a question in hot take form. Do we stay with this current animation style or do we go back to the CGI? Because I'm thinking towards the end of the show, we go back to CGI when it's more sentimental. For the cinematic version of it, we stick with this animated.
I just want this to be over. Like, whatever animation style they decide to go with, bless your heart.
I'm telling you, you said that, and then we saw ESO, and you're like, oh my gosh, and then we saw
I
Cyan.
never did that.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
I never did that one.
Oh my gosh, amazing. And then we saw Cyan, he was like, oh my gosh, wow, this is so cool. But you kind of hated it a little bit. Now Queen, your man, this is your man's right here. And you still don't fuck with her. No, but how can we please you? Pause. Let me rephrase that. How can this show please you?
Ending.
Oh shit.
Put the phone down. Close the laptop up. Close your iPad. Close it all.
Go for a walk, go for a hike.
Go breathe.
Come on, man.
Go talk to some people who aren't also consumed by this media. This media has consumed the world of 2B X to the point where clearly being X means nothing. Because when Bowa was X, she got that ass waxed. When Smile was X, she got that ass waxed.
When Queen was X?
Queen was never X.
Exactly. But who's more popping, Queen or Bowa? Queen.
Queen beat Bowa this episode when she had whatever hero value she had, plus her fear energy.
That was insane too.
That don't even make sense. Wouldn't you be even stronger? Whatever this fear buff amp is, it's clearly putting them on level with the heroes at whatever their trust value is. So how do we have these kind of stalemates where not one person is gonna lose? In the world of consumerism and 2B X, Dan the Man is coming for all. It was you that started it.
There's no proof. That's what I'm saying. There's no proof.
It is on the internet.
No, it's not.
There's been another episode of 2B X, y'all. Episode 12.
13 next week. I'll be here.
I won't be here.
That's a lie.
This is the last time you'll ever see me in your life.
Wait till I edit that. You guys will be here.
Because remember, the tortoise won that race, not the hare. But if y'all motherfuckers would speed it up. We trying to get to them dollars, you heard? Cha-ching!
So let's get to 200 subscribers.
100,000.
Oh shit. I ain't say that.
Until next time. Yeah.
There you go. It's the freak.
She was a freak.
It's the freak.
Never missing a beat. Yeah.